The idea of hell is one of the first major reasons as to why I started to question my belief and ultimately abandon my belief entirely. I think that when you are first initiated into the indoctrination or introduced into the indoctrination of religion, and you are presented with the idea of hell, you become aware of your predicament and you realize that your default destination is hell. And you're basically being dangled above a volcano, and you're told that when that there's a timer, and when that timer runs out, you will be dropped into that volcano unless you can accept whatever religion or faith or belief you are taught is true. In other words, if you look at Christianity, for instance, you have to accept that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. If by the time you fail to do this and the timer runs out, you will be dropped into the volcano. Now you can either accept this idea, or the other alternative is the fact that if you die as a child or as an infant, you automatically go to heaven. If, however, you live long enough to understand, to grow up and understand the concept of God and heaven and hell, etc., 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 you have to adopt whatever belief is considered to be the one truth. But you're already on your way to hell, because you're also taught that you're born into this fallen world where you're diseased, you're sick. So that's basically the way I see it. You're already in this predicament. You're being dangled above a volcano, and you're told there's a timer, and once that timer runs out, you will be dropped into the volcano unless you can accept or adopt this one belief, in which case you will then be saved and you will be snatched away from and saved from falling into that volcano and suffering excruciating pain and suffering. There is another idea that I also wanted to share, and the idea is that if heaven and hell are two sides of the same coin, then if there is no balance in hell, then there is no balance in heaven. The joy we experience after pain, strife, or struggle gives us a sense of achievement, and it is what makes the pain worthwhile. The pain we feel is what gives our joy meaning and reminds us to appreciate that joy while it lasts. So, if heaven is nothing but joy, then it is without meaning. If hell is nothing but pain, then it is without purpose, without reason, without balance. There is no lesson to be learned that could ever be applied, and no joy to make it worthwhile. You experience either an infinitely meaningless reward or an infinitely unreasonable punishment for a finite life. And there's also this idea that you're made perfect. And when you go to heaven, you're not perfect, you're made perfect, or something along those lines. But when you become perfect, there are no more improvements to strive towards. There is no change necessary to be made. There's no meaning left to be found in your existence. Everything eventually becomes mundane. So this is the reason why it just doesn't, neither heaven nor hell makes sense to me. And this is just contributes to the reason as to why I don't believe in it in the first place.